Hey guys, it's Becca and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I did a video that was makeup related. Just kind of as a catch-up moment. My roommate and I moved into a new apartment, and so that's taken a lot of time, and then work. Sorry, I have this one section that's pulling on my hair really hard. Oh. Anyway, so we moved, work's been really busy for me, and so this is just not, it's just not been an opportune time for me to film. And so I'm off today. You can probably hear that, can't you? I'm taking the day off, and I'm taking the day off to film and do a look that everyone I know has been loving on me, and I've been wearing it a lot recently just to like perfect it and really get it down well. And that is a simple summery look. One second, there's some aluminum foil in my room that's flapping and making a ton of noise. One second. Anyway, this is a simple summer look, no eyeliner, which is very atypical for me. And this has a lot of blush, which is also atypical for me, but I've really been getting into blush recently. So, yeah. And this is not going to be a light foundation look. I've tried it with my NARS. I've tried it with my NARS Sheer Glow, which has a little bit more of a yellow undertone, even though it says it's neutral. And it looks fine, but I find that it works better with my Lancome Tien Idol, whatever this is, Ultra foundation. It's like a medium to full coverage foundation. It says it's 24-hour, which, boy, let me tell you. This is the junk I wore to Atlanta when I did my vlog. I put this on at 5 a.m. The only places that flaked were here where I had that hat, and around my nose where I blew my nose like 20 times while driving. And so this is not a joke. Plus, this has a bit of a pinkier undertone, and it's just a little slightly too dark to match my neck. It goes with my face better, but my neck is like extremely pale, like the rest of my body compared to my face, because I don't get sun. So it fits the warmer feel of like a summer makeup look. Because I am using this full coverage foundation, it is going to be a look that is meant for you to last blah 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 blah. It is going to be a look that is meant to last you all day, and that is achieved by the setting powder I use. I've talked about it in multiple videos, and that is my air spun powder. This stuff will make your makeup last all day. I set my entire face with it and it doesn't move. So this is gonna be a little bit more like a chit chat get ready with me video, just because from my friends who are like personally know me, that watch my channel, they feel like that's a lot more authentic to me. And so I'm gonna be Becca, and I'm gonna do me, and that does not include close-up shots and nice like explanations in a calm voice, which, you know, I didn't really want that to be my channel. It's just kind of what I ended up doing. But so I'm rambling. Just a little preface to what we're about to do. If you want to see how to do this ethereal summer look, stick around. Here we go. To start, you need a really solid primer, one that will make your skin hold everything in. And for me, that is the Becca Primer in First Light. I think that's what this is. No, this is the Instant Complexion. Yeah, the Becca First Light Priming Filter in the Instant Complexion Refresh. It's purple toned. It doesn't look purple on the skin, but it gives you a nice, like, natural looking glow. But because I'm me and I have oily skin and powder my face to hell and back, you can't tell it makes my skin look dewy. If you're a person that doesn't have to powder, excessively to keep your makeup staying on from oil, then it'll look beautiful and radiant. That doesn't happen with me. Oh, that just shot everywhere. Okay, okay. And make sure you get it in the areas where you know you are the oiliest and you're gonna need help holding product down. And then I also really focus it under my eyes because that's an area I used to forget a lot when I primed, and I wondered why my concealers didn't hold well, and it's because I was a doofus and didn't prime. This new Transformers movie coming out, every time I say Prime, I can't help but think of, like, you know, Optimus Prime, because they just refer to him as Prime a lot. Prime! In the Megatron voice. I just realized I forgot to wet my beauty blender. We are back with a damp beauty blender, and like I said earlier, I'm going to take my Lancome Teint Idole. I took 2 years of French in high school, but you would never know. I just put 3 pumps on my beauty blender and slap it on and just, you know, do what you do. I tried doing this with 2 different foundation brushes I already own, and it just, I used to be able to get it where it wasn't as streaky, but I feel like I'm just so used to a beauty blender now, I can never be satisfied with a foundation brush. Because this is a little warm for me, I have to bring it farther down onto my neck than I would other foundations, but that's the price of having a true neutral skin tone and pale. No one makes foundation for you, but I can at least get close, unlike a lot of women of color, so I really can't complain. To highlight under my eyes, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. And we're not going to get dramatic and do like the triangles, because the point of this is to look a little bit more natural. I mean, obviously you have on makeup because you're powdered and it's not going anywhere. So, but the more extreme the highlight, the like more ultra fake it looks. So I just keep it right under the eyes and on some high points, which I forgot to do my nose, but I have enough on my face to do my nose. Ba-ba-ba. I didn't color correct under my eyes for this because it is supposed to look a little bit more natural. I wanted that darkness to peek through a little bit. Not a lot, but just slightly. For powder on this, in this situation, a lot of times if I was going to wear this like all day, like 5 a.m. to after midnight like I did when I went to Atlanta, I would use my micro Real Technique sponge, because I keep calling this a beauty blender, but it's a Real Technique sponge. I have the micro ones, and I'll dampen it and stick it in my white RMCA powder and put it under my eyes and let it bake a little bit while I do the rest, set the rest of my face with my air spun. But if it's just like me going to work or me going out for a few hours, I don't let that bake with that powder. I wouldn't even let it bake at all. So all that I do for this is I take my air spun. I have the little thing, the sifter, taken out. I don't use the cotton that comes in it. I use, this is a really old Mary Kay powder brush I got in middle school, but she's still trucking, still doing it. So I just dip it in there and knock the excess off. And so you just press it into the skin. Don't move it around, because then that will move your foundation around. Yes, art term, you stipple it. And so under the eye, I don't pat off the excess and go right under there and really blend it in so there's no creases. And I focus a lot here because my bottom lip is so big and it protrudes out and makes this really deep dip in between it and my chin. I have to powder a lot there because I get sweaty there. And so I want to keep this stuff on. For contour, I don't go in super heavy. I want it to look more natural, like I've said like 6 times. But I do it not as a bronzer, because I don't use bronzer, but I'm a little bit more loose with the application, and I let it kind of creep a little higher and lower than I normally would, just so I get a little bit more color in other places on my face. And as always, I use my favorite contour, which is the NYX blush in Taupe. Is that what this is? Yeah, Taupe. And I always use my Morphe M509. It's super dirty because I never clean my face brushes. I'm really bad about cleaning face brushes. Like, I clean my beauty blender right before every time I use it, so it's clean. But like powders and like foundation brushes and concealer brushes, whew, boy. And I have these tiny indents in my cheek here. Most people, it's like a solid like, but because I'm fat, those aren't there. And so I really focus the contour in that area because that's a natural indentation in my face, and that's what I want to emphasize. So I, like, in the past couple months, have become like obsessed with Steven Universe. I watch everything up to what is aired now, and I just recently bought the soundtrack that they released, the Volume 1 soundtrack, and I listen to it all the time. And so I have the full version of the Crystal Gem song stuck in my head. And then for this, I do what I don't do for everyday makeup and put a little bit up here right at my hairline. Not a lot, a little. In the corners of my forehead. To do my nose, I've gotten to where I squeeze the brush and flatten it. I have a big fan brush that I really don't use for highlight anymore, just because I found a brush that I like better and it's easier to get into product with. And so I need to get like a teeny tiny fan brush, which I saw. I don't even know if, I think I talked about it in another video. I'm not even sure. Like, I don't know who all I told because it blew my mind. I was on Instagram and Huda Beauty shared a video of this beautiful woman doing a cut crease, like a quick Instagram tutorial. And this woman used a teeny fan brush for a cut crease, and my mind was blown. I had never even thought to use a teeny crease brush for a cut crease. Dizzy crease brush, fan brush. Like, it blew my mind, y'all. I have to get one and try it because I love the look of cut creases, and I've tried a couple on myself, and I just don't got it. I don't got it. So I stick really close to my actual nose shape, which technically, if you want your nose to look smaller, you go in a little bit. But I mean, this kind of does. I just kind of roll with it and just go. And then I really focus it here. And then something I do that I notice a lot of other people don't do is I actually put contour on the full side of my nose to make it look smaller this way, not just on the top. Because I do my makeup in a very specific order that I don't know why I developed it this way. It's just how I do it. I'm going to zoom you in to do my eyebrows and eyes, and then zoom you back out to do my blush and highlight. So I recently have switched and changed up how I do my eyebrows multiple times. I used to just use the brow definer by Anastasia and then go over it with just a brown powder I had using an angle brush. And then I started adding in like eyebrow gel to keep the hairs in place and then do it. Recently switched after caving finally and getting Anastasia Dip Brow. And let me tell you, this has changed my life. I use dark brown, and I actually bought the Anastasia brush just because I liked how fine the brush was compared to the ones I already owned, which are thicker and would have made this more difficult. Now, I typically do a much more natural looking brow with this look, but I accidentally did some like mega brows the other day just because I kept trying to fix a line and it was getting taller and taller and taller until they looked huge. But I mean, they looked good, but they were huge. Go for a more natural look today. What I do is I lightly line the bottom first on each side and then go in. I don't remember who I saw use this technique, but to do the bottom line first for a more natural eyebrow look. But it was beautiful. Like, this girl's eyebrows were flawless, and she actually just used like a brow wiz to do it and left. She didn't even put as much product in as I do, and I mean, she's got like thick luscious eyebrows, so she doesn't need it. And technically I have good eyebrows, so I don't need that much, but because my eyebrow shapes don't match, I have to make them match. Well, not match, but as close to matching as you can. And the way I try to do my brows to get them to the closest match is I'll just generally fill them into their shape and then work on one to get the desired shape I want and then make the other one match. I don't do full like whoosh and then full whoosh, because that's how they don't whoosh the same way. Oh, that was bad. Bad joke. Like a rogue stroke. Okay. This is what we're gonna go with today. They're a little mismatched, and it's fine because eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So for eyes, I'm going to do what I always do, and that is my Shadow Insurance by Too Faced Cosmetics. Today for the eyes, I'm going to use my Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced, and I put off buying this for so long because I was like, I don't know if I'll wear these colors. This has become my go-to palette to get ready. This is what I grab whenever I get ready. Like, this has just become my go-to. I just touched a color. So first, I'm going to go in with the color Peaches and Cream, which is this one on the bottom corner, because this is literally almost my eyelid stop color. And to set the eyelid primer and to make the other colors go on smoother, I use my little brush that I've had at Walmart. That I got at Walmart for everything that I talk about in every video. Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe M511, which is another channel regular, and use Candied Peach and just slap it anywhere from the crease up. This in the palette is shimmery. This does not go on. Well, not shimmery. It has glitter in it. And occasionally you'll get a single like little whoop of glitter on your face, but it's not prominent. And so I literally just windshield wiper this across my eye socket and blend it out and go to town. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe M514 and go in with Puree and just really darken up the crease. Not exactly, but like much more refined. And so my camera ran out of space on the memory card and I didn't know it, so I just kept talking. But all I did was put Puree on both eyes. And so now I'm going to take my Morphe M510, my giant fluffy blending brush, and really just diffuse the colors into each other. And this is honestly, I love this brush. It's my favorite thing about eyeshadow. And so from here, I take my finger and go in with Luscious in the palette and put it all over my lid. Sometimes you just gotta get right up in it and smell the peach ring candy. I go back in and blend to where it goes into the crease and on the edges of your eyes. And then sometimes I'll leave it here. Other times I'll take the crease a little bit further, like today. And this is the Morphe Y19, and I'm gonna go in lightly with Charmed, I'm sure. Just in the most outer parts of the lid. One of the tutorials I really want to do with this palette is a southern themed one, because not a lot, but several of these names for eyeshadow colors are very southern. Because I mean, there's one named Georgia, which if you aren't from the United States or from the southern part of the United States or ever watch Bravo TV, then you don't know that the state of Georgia is really known for their peaches. Now I'm just going to go back in with Candied Peach in the same brush under my eye lightly. Sometimes to give the lid an extra pop, I take the mid-tone color in the Ofra Cosmetics with Nikki Tutorials Everglow highlighter kit, not kit but set, and I'll pop that on the center so it's really reflective and just brighten it up. And today I'm going to go in with mascara and no liner, no false eyelashes, and I'm using the They're Real by Benefit. I still can't believe I wound up with like a special edition cap. But I mean, I don't know why there's Swarovski crystals on it, but there are. We're just gonna gently wiggle it in, and you don't want too much product. Go in and hit those bottoms. So now we're going to move on to the rest of the face. For this, the focus is the blush, which I'm not a blush girl. I have never really been one until I started watching all of these people do their like glowy summer looks, and they're all bronzing up to the high heavens, and I just sat there and I was like, that's not logical for me as an extremely pale person. I don't get sun. I don't take sun easily. I always get like a sunburn. I never tan. So what is the point of me doing a bronzed look? And so I thought about it, and I just sunburn. So why not have my summer look be very blush heavy? So I've been calling this my burnt babe look because it looks like I have a sunburn. And I use multiple I use multiple blushes to do this. So first I'm gonna go in with the Narcissus 2. Yeah, the Narcissus 2 palette. The first blush I'm gonna go in with is called Conquest. Is that right? Yes, Conquest. And it's this really light peachy color. It's got a little bit of pink in it, and I use that all over. And I use this blush brush that is also by Mary Kay that I've had forever. And so I just go in there, load up my brush, and slap it on my cheeks. And so, because we're going for that sunburnt look, I put it all over my cheeks and up the sides of my head into this area and along my hairline, a little bit down to blend it out across my nose. You don't want to like get rid of your highlight here, but you really want to focus color where your face is the highest, because that's where you get the most sun. And so like your nose is gonna get a lot of sun. And then you get some on your chin, and then some down here really lightly, just teensy bits. And I'm going to go in with the, open it, the Tarte Party Blush, which I got in the Sephora birthday package. I do about doop doop doop, and just lightly, like I barely touch to get the right amount of blending with the color you want, because this can get heavy-handed very quickly. I've done it. I looked crazy. Oh, yeah, see right there, I got too much. So I'm gonna go in with the powder. Because my contour is kind of going away, but I still want to darken it up, but I don't want to add more brown. I sometimes lightly take this one, which is Candid. I don't know what's candid about this plum blush, but you know, and lightly get some on my brush and do it here to deepen that up. I actually feel like I'm not pink enough, so I'm going back in with Party and really popping on the apples of my cheeks, because I want to look burned, not burned bad, but just kissed by the sun in the pale people way of being a cherry. So for this look, and more recently, I've really been into using Moonstone by Becca. It's their pale beige one. I already have Pearl, and Pearl was my girl for the longest time. I loved that highlight. I still do, but I found one that I actually like better, which, that Everglow though. But I use this as a base highlight, and it looks so natural on me. It looks like a glow from within. And so I take a Morphe Y11, which is the contour brush from the gold set, but I don't use it for that, obviously. And I just swirl it around, get it in there, and then go to town. And I do it on the high, like the high parts of my cheekbones and up the side of my face. And go in with my finger and, oh, I put that in the wrong place. There we go. And then highlight my nose. A little bit of the lip. And then I take the white in Everglow, using my finger, tap it on the absolute highest points of my cheekbone, not my cheek, my cheekbone. So I get that nice little pop right there. And then I go back on my nose. Like I hit the highest points with this. I forgot to strobe above my eyebrow, and this still has a little bit of moonstone on it, so we're going there, but it doesn't have enough. So bear with me. This is what it's like when I put on makeup in the morning, and not everything goes in the same order all the time. I take my brush, get a little bit of the white, and go up there. We're going back to the eye for the inner duct highlight. Sometimes I'll line my waterline or the inner V of my eye with a white crayon eyeshadow like Milk by NYX, but I don't feel like having that blinding of an inner corner today since it's about to be nighttime. I don't want to have too much. Pop this in there real quick because my battery's dying. Bring it up a little bit on the top of the lip. Oh, and it's going to the top of the lip. A little bit up here on the brow bone. And then we gonna spray it down. Typically when I do my makeup, when I spray it, I face this way because my air vent is right there and my ceiling fan is right there, and there's a cross section where the wind blows really strong, and so I stand right there to make my foundation like really set and everything set in with the setting spray, because it does better once you have wind instead of letting air dry. So today we're fanning to make it go faster. So this is the finished look. It's really light, really glowy. Most of the time I don't put a lip color on. You can. I've done a bright red, I've done a very nude, I've done a pinky nude, I've done a little bit of mid-range nude, but this goes with anything. It's really easy. And so I'm leaving it like this because where I'm going, I don't need like a strong lip color. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Oh, I keep burping. This can be anything you want it to be, and that's why I like it so much, and I've been going to it. So this is really like my new go-to look when I don't have a ton of time and when I want to look simple and effortless, even though it was not simple and effortless. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And also, if there's anything you would like to see or have any thoughts, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe and become part of the fam. I'm really trying to grow my channel this summer. I'm really going to try to get more content for you guys. I know I say it a lot, but I really mean it. And it just everything happened at one time. and I haven't been able to the past couple months. But for now, it looks like clear sailing, and so I'm trying, I promise, to get more stuff up. Please don't forget to share these videos with your friends as well. And shout out to the average 40 of you that watch my videos regularly and give me my 40 views. It really means a lot. Thanks so much, guys. Bye. Hey guys, so I wanted to film this little blurb really quick. I wore the makeup I did in the tutorial today, and it was a sweltering like 90 something today, and I went to the baseball park in Birmingham with work. We saw a Barons game, and it was unbearably hot. And so I just wanted to show you that this makeup really is summer proof, like I said it would be. There's only a couple spots where my foundation moved at all. So the only spots where foundation came off is like around my nose where I really sweated, and I had on sunglasses. Ooh, can't even tell. And I had on sunglasses, and so that was part of it, and I was blotting away a lot of sweat. But other than that, so you can very easily wear this to like a family barbecue, out by the pool if you're not getting in the water, to a picnic, anything really like that. And so don't be afraid to look cute in the summer. So, bye guys!